Welcome to this year's 2024 Safety Stand-Down Training presented by Werner. Hi, I'm Chad Lingerfelt, the Director of Training and JSS here at WernerCo. This is our 10th year here at WernerCo supporting OSHA's annual Safety Stand-Down designed to prevent common job site injuries. Looking at OSHA's top 10 violations, there are several that Werner can positively impact throughout the innovation and education. And the last 10 years, we've dedicated our job site safety and training security team to conducting thousands of on-site training events across the country and throughout the month of May. Last year, we trained more than 60,000 workers on site, and we intend to beat that number this year. Many of you are probably familiar with the A, B, C, D, and E's of fall protection we'll be talking about today. All of these components are important, and at Werner we emphasize the education because we believe E is the essential to all of the other components, and that's why we're here today and active across the country throughout this month. Before we jump into the A, B, C, D's, and E's, let's talk a little bit about fall hazards and a hierarchy of controls for fall protection. Working from the top of this chart to the bottom, this is preferred order of fall protection prevention. Eliminate the exposure in this example rather than climbing a 100-foot pole to change a light bulb. There is an option to lower the fixture to change the light bulb to the ground. That completely eliminates the potential of a fall, bringing the light to you. Think about what fall hazards you can eliminate in your day-to-day job on the job site. Passive fall protection. Next, eliminating the hazard altogether. An opportunity to contain restrained workers with guardrails and similar safety devices and measures. Now, active fall protection gets a little more complicated. There are two types of active fall protection: travel restraint and fall arrest. The travel restraint, the worker is anchored and connected to the anchor in a way that they are unable to reach past the edge of the fall. For a fall arrest, where allowing the worker's range of travel to go past the edge, and they will be anchored and connected in a way that allows a fall to happen, but arrest and they will be left suspended. The last control method in the hierarchy is putting admin controls rules in place by eliminating who has access to certain areas and monitoring those areas. The reason this is least effective is because of the heavy dependence on everyone knowing and following the rule and being able to police certain areas. Getting into the A, B, C, D, and E's, the first point we'd like to make is that every piece of equipment needs to be inspected prior to use. A, let's get into the anchor. Anchor connectors provide a secure point of attachment to existing structures for the fall arrest system. Anchor connectors can be permanent or temporary, vary to the suit of type of structure available. A proper anchor is more than just an adequate strength. The location and the compatibility with the anchor connector is also important. When evaluating the anchor, first look for adequate strength. 5,000 pounds is preferred. Alternatively, if you cannot get the 5,000, you can use a qualified person to qualify your anchor with a 2-to-1 margin of safety. Second, look for location directly overhead is the preferred anchor's location. If an overhead anchor is not available, select another anchorage location and be sure to evaluate the fall distance, swing fall, and clearance. Thirdly, connect the anchorage with compatible anchor connectors. Use concrete anchors for concrete, nail or screw anchors for wood, and make sure the anchor connector is made for the connection into the structure you're using. The structure you choose will determine the anchorage connector you'll need to use. There's not one anchor type that could serve every purpose. Anchor connectors vary according to anchorage availability. B stands for body support. A body harness contains the body and connects the worker to the fall arrest system. They are special designed to guard against serious injury in the event of a fall or remaining comfortably to wear by direction forces the strongest area of the body. Fit and comfort are important. Fit ensures it will work properly for your size and your shape. Comfort ensures you're able to wear it for long periods of time on the job site. Body harnesses are intended to redirect the forces to the fall to the pelvic area, keep you upright after a fall, and hold you in place until rescued. After a fall, do your best to regain your composure and move into a position that will prolong your suspension time. There are a few ways to do this. The most basic form of fall protection suspension safety are trauma straps. If you are equipped with basic fall trauma straps, you'll need to familiarize yourself with how they work and train on using them before working at heights. They do require a level of skill, so please practice on how to use them. At Werner, we do provide a more intuitive option to trauma straps. We offer the chair in the air system integrated into the harness. Chair in the air provides a quick way to take pressure off the femoral arteries and put suspended workers in a safe seated position until you're able to be rescued. We'll provide links at the end of this presentation and encourage you to watch the chair in the air demonstration. C is for connecting devices. Connecting devices connect the worker to the anchorage. Common devices include energy-absorbing lanyards and self-retracting lifelines. In the event of a fall, the shock pack or braking mechanism absorbs or engages to limit the forces on your body, the anchorage, and the equipment. We can't talk about connecting devices without emphasizing the importance of understanding the ANSI standard that took effect August 2022 for SRLs. The key component is the evolution of Class A and B to Class 1 and Class 2 SRLs. We'll provide links at the end of this presentation to be more detail around Class 1 and Class 2. But the key difference is where they are anchored in relationship to the back D-ring on the body harness. Class 1 SRLs are designed and tested and connect to the anchor at or above the back D-ring. Class 2 SRLs can be anchored above or below the back D-ring. Class 2 SRLs are also designed and tested for leading edge use. What do you mean leading edge? Any edge that your lifeline could potentially come in contact with when the SRL is anchored at your foot level. Tying off above the D-ring is always the preferred anchor point, but when it's necessary that you tie off below your D-ring and the potential of coming in contact with the edge increases, so you need to use a Class 2 SRL. D is for descent and rescue. Descent and rescue means planning how to remove a fallen worker from a suspension to a safe location to render first aid. In the event of a fall, chair in the air or trauma straps facilitate prolonged suspension of the fallen worker. The most important part of descent and rescue is a plan. There are two common rescue types to consider: self-rescue and assisted self-rescue. Self-rescue methods include a person climbing back onto the structure to safely or use self-rescue equipment like switch-point rescue system. Self-rescue is identified by the rescue subject doing it all themselves and no one else is at risk. Assisted rescue methods are co-workers or rescue people that facilitate the rescue but at a minimum risk to themselves. One of the easiest rescue methods is to use a ladder. Depending on where the rescue subject is, it's completely acceptable to place a ladder underneath them to support and have them climb down. Another assisted rescue method is to use a lift. If a lift can get to them safely, using a lift can get the rescue subject quickly, especially on job sites where several lifts are available. Another assisted rescue method are rescue ladders. The rescue ladder is anchored and sent down to the rescue subject who climbs out or at least grabs on and regains composure. Another common method is using a self-retracting lifeline with a rescue retrieval option. Tripods and SRLs with rescue capability are common for simple confined space entries and are also another example of assisted rescue. We should never be working at heights without first thinking through the action plan should something occur. At WernerCo, we do provide rescue ladders in our new switch-point rescue system, so these products can be used as part of a whole rescue plan. We'll provide links at the end of this presentation for more information on the descent and rescue. E is for education. All employees exposed to fall hazards must receive training by a competent person that addresses the nature of the hazards in the work area. Procedures for erecting, maintaining, disassembling, and inspecting fall arrest equipment. Use operations of fall arrest equipment. No matter how many innovations across the A, B, C, and D's we develop, there's no substitution for education. Our goal is to ensure every person working at Heights is aware of their surroundings, familiar with their equipment, and has a plan for any unfortunate circumstances. Nothing is more important than getting our people home safely at the end of the day. Construction and trade jobs are demanding, and working at Heights is not only a challenge you may face. If the pressure of your day-to-day are taking a toll on your mental and emotional health, we want you to know it's okay not to be okay. There's a number you may not be familiar with. 988 is a hotline to put you at immediate connection with someone to talk to. We provided relevant links on this page. Please take some time and to review any or all of them, but most importantly, the WernerCo safety resources. Thank you everyone for taking your time today, and please have a safe day.